Alright, how's it going? And welcome back to Industrial Village here on Bear's Den, and there goes Tamara running by. So, just wanted to give you guys a bit of a quick update here of what's been going on. Our cowhand hut is updated to level 2, which we had a little bit of fun with. Tamara had to go wrangle the cows, because for some reason we had a bunch of dirt blocks in here. It really didn't look like something the Enderman could have done because there were so many in one place.
Mm-hmm.
And he extended the fence, so we had the old fence went across here, the new fence goes out there. So we had this one little trench of a fence, I guess you'd call it. It was kind of weird. I did learn that the setting for stew attempts is not the butchering. She butchers them no matter what. Stew attempts is for mushrooms. It's the same thing as milking, just for mushrooms instead of, regular cows. This needs to be fixed. Tamara needs to bring up a slab to put here, because that looks absolutely horrible. Thank you. And she got this spot fixed. Our farm has gotten up to level 2. We're going to upgrade it to level 3 soon. We are having all kinds of issues with these crops. Don't do that. They're actually doing something. You're going to mess it up. They're actually harvesting them.
Are they?
Yes, look at how many there are. We only had 2 onions.
You're right, because I'm the one who's harvesting them and dropping them back off.
Oh. Would you stop? You're confusing me.
I did tell you about it. It's not your fault that you don't remember.
I don't remember nothing. But you didn't do those over there.
Yes, I did.
No, last night there was nothing in that field last night.
This one? Oh, no. They plant them. They just won't harvest them.
I don't know what's up with these farmers. They're driving me up.
I drop them off to get them planted, and they get planted.
I had to go back and pull them out of the warehouse. They ended up in the warehouse.
Who does the onions?
He does the garlic. She does the onions.
Okay, then she gets this.
Do we have a issue? Do we got kelp?
Yes.
We have a bad case of the measles, I believe. No, that's influenza too. Yeah, this one here, poppy and dandelion and kelp for her. And it looks like Cheyenne. Is Cheyenne missing? Where's Cheyenne? There's a bunch of people needing healed, and Cheyenne's not down. Oh, Cheyenne's on the roof eating. Did you deal with their food issues?
I dropped some off.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough. We're still dealing with them not eating.
Is the kelp dried, or is it the leafy?
It just says kelp, so I'm assuming leafy.
So I'll put in some more daisies, poppies, and I'll put in a stack of kelp.
So what'll it be for you?
Okay, I gave them what was at the cookery. I absolutely hate the way they did this cookery thing. Apparently, it used to be that you had an assistant chef, and they did the cooking. And then they decided to add the cookery, which means that you need more couriers to take the food from one building to the other, which is just weird. And so we have gone ahead and upgraded our warehouse again. We're up to level 3 now.
I have to replace some ghost blocks.
Yeah, you also have to find my lighting thing again. He took down one of the poles. And something I never did do before, we're now doing, which is, he is going through and upgrading all of our courier huts, which is very, very cheap to do. This is up to level 3. The other ones are still at level 1 and working on getting upgraded, but it's like a torch and a stair is all it takes to do it. But there's one more. Here it is. There's one more courier hut over here that's still at 0. So we need to get it built. So we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 couriers. And he's working on getting each one of them upgraded. We're going to upgrade them to 3. That's just going to take a little bit of time. We did manage to get the blacksmith done, which the only recipes that come in the blacksmith by default is the necklace and ring. Gold ring and gold necklace are the only 2 in here by default. I went ahead and added the iron armor and the iron sword. The issue is it doesn't have the vanilla recipes, and the only way for them to make the iron plates is the hammer, i.e. hammer recipe. So I went ahead and just made a stack of iron plates and dropped them off in here. So whenever there's a request for that, we need to add like other stuff as well. And I'm not even sure what kind of level requirements there are on the blacksmith. Like, I don't know if he can make diamond tools yet, or if that's something that we have to level him up for. We've hit our limit in the carpenter and the stonemason. We got to get both of those upgraded to have more room. Let's see. The library has been built and removed because somebody had to point out that it was placed down backwards. And this is the entrance. And, well, since it was backwards, I had to fix it. So it is being currently demolished and fixed. Same for this house. It was built 2 blocks too far ahead, and the shrub was over the road. So it's been built, demolished, and rebuilt. Moved back just a bit. And we have got all of these residences done. One of them up to level 2 already. And we're going to work on getting them all up to level 3 soon. But we have like 3 extra residences right now, or residents. So I'm not worried about upgrading them. We want to get a composter's hut in. Mainly we want to get our sifter in. I want to put down the bakery so we can make bread. And we also have a barracks that need to get built. So, I'm going to convince her to go to bed. And we'll be back in just a minute and place these down. Alright, all well rested. And we can get back to work. So, we do still have one building that's being built. And that is a crusher. Before we get into that though, I did also give this guy the, could you open that door a little faster? Thanks. I also gave him the recipe for cooked salmon and cooked cod, which they were doing. He's got the raw salmon in there. He did have a bunch of cod there for a while. Do we have any cod left up at the warehouse?
No? Oh. Hold on.
I know the fisherman, now that it's up to level 3, she's been doing a heck of a job getting fish. She's got 25 raw right there.
Bentley, get out of the way. There is 12 raw cod in here. What's in here? There's 2 cooked cod.
Why would cooked cod be in there?
I don't know.
That makes no sense.
Duh.
We have a... okay, this tree's gonna have to go real quick. So I can see what I'm doing here. So for the bakery, we have 3 versions. Let's raise this up out of the ground. Move it back. The bakery looks like it's going to fit if we do this one, which I'm thinking fits nicely with the cookery. This is the alternate bakery. And yeah, I think those two will look pretty good right there together. Though it is kind of weird that they're the direction I have them. The regular bakery, holy crap. Thanks. This one takes up a lot more room. Has some weird thing on the side. I think I like the other one. And then we have the flour mill, which doesn't look bad, but I think I'm going to go with the alternate bakery. I kind of like that one because it looks just like the cookery. And it'll fit nicely right here beside it. So yeah, we'll just do that right there. And we're going to go ahead and have our new guy work on this one. Jasper. And that should be the last of the restaurant type things. So we're going to do some kind of decoration around this backside. Since this one's going to have the same kind, we'll do something to decorate that up just a little bit. And we also need to look at what it's going to take to get a plantation, because I want to put that in back here alongside this farmer. Oh, excuse me. And then I want to put a road that comes down along through and back here and connects up to this little pathway we have here. I'm still not sure where we're going to have the...
Excuse me.
Ooh, that was rough. Sorry for anybody wearing headphones, because that might have just blown an eardrum.
That snuck up on me.
I think we're going to have to bring the road along back this side and connect it. Well, we can't connect it up there either. Somehow I want to work a way to get a road in through here.
Here.
I haven't figured it out yet.
Here.
What?
Come here.
Yeah, but that's not the problem. This end's the problem.
Oh, no. You want this open for that. Never mind.
She
And
needs area for
road.
Yeah, the problem is that the road dead ends into the mine. I never thought about putting a road
right
in
here.
here.
Right here's the start of the road.
All right. Yeah, we can do that. It'll just detour through here, I guess. So we have the crusher up here, which Rosie's going to be working on next. So I think we're going to see if we can put the sifter in right here and find a way for it to not look horrible. Sifter. Where in the world did that place that? I have no idea. Let's try again. That masonry sifter. There it is. And wow, did it lag. Also, holy crap, this thing is huge. We're not fitting it in here. Unless we turn it and do it this way. Which would be really kind of strange if we did. Yeah, this is the back of the building. And it has no door. This would be the front. What's this look like when it gets bigger? 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's... Okay, so it has a road running through the center of it. Weird.
No, because the rail carts have to go in, pick up, and go.
Yeah, but we don't actually use rail carts.
Not at this stage, no.
No. The people just have their own cart that they sit down. There's no delivery service by rail cart. I get what they're doing. It's supposed to be like if you did have rail carts. Oh, there's actually one on the crusher. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. So we really do need this to be right beside the crusher. We would have to... We would almost need it to be like right there. Which has an issue with the water.
What do you mean issue with... Oh, never mind.
There's water right here in this build. And it overlaps the road. So the other option, we have two I can think of.
cancel the Sifter and move it over?
That's a different one.
Or rotate it to where we have the Sifter this way and the other one this way?
Yeah, she hasn't started on it yet. So let's go ahead and I didn't realize these were almost a two-part
Joint
build
venture?
here. Yeah. So let's do this a little bit different. Let's cancel the Sifter. And instead, let's put the crusher here, back where it was. Except, let's look at it at level 5. This is where the railroad is. Let's put it something like this is what I'm thinking. Where's the... What would you consider the front door of this place? Okay, the front door is here. Okay, the front door is there. And you're supposed to be able to see this with your eye, with your glasses on.
Nope.
I know. You're supposed to be able to, but...
Yep.
For some reason you can't. Alright, let me get her a cheese screen real quick. So she can tell me when I'm doing something horrible. Okay, so if we put that one like that, then the door is here, and the railroad is here. Now the problem is, are we going to have room? Yeah, we should. So if I set that to build, and then
Did you mark where the railroad is?
No, it'll show up when I walk into it. Masonry Sifter. And then we move this up here. Now the problem is with this one.
It's down one.
Yeah, but that's not the problem. Problem is there's no door on the back side of this one. This one has a door on the back side, which is now not showing up. Because of course it isn't.
Did you put your glasses on?
No, but I didn't have to for the last one, and it did it. Alright, let's see if I can force this thing to... Oh, nope. Wait a minute. Where's the block? Oh, there it is. Build option, builder, Rosie. Build building. Aha! Got it working. Okay, so that one has a door right there. This one does not have a door. So if we do this one to where they line up together for the railroad, which the railroad comes through... Get out of here, you little jerk. The railroad comes right through here on this path, I believe. So then the railroad on that one, bring it up over.
Okay.
I don't. Oh, there we go. Now it updated to level 5. That's what I needed to see. Alright, over, down, in. That lines up perfectly. But for some reason, the build comes way out here. That would line up everything we need. And it is within our...
And here's the
building.
Railroad.
Yeah, the problem is there's no door on the front of it. It's gonna look kind of weird not having a front door, you know?
I can place my own front door. It's fine.
Yeah, but then you're gonna have to do that every time we upgrade, and this back wall is pretty well taken. We're not gonna have to be going in there, so maybe it's not that big a deal. It's just gonna look kind of weird, I guess. And see, the road's gonna have to like dead end right here, so maybe we can just put a path from up the side here to use that door. It's also weird that the railroad is like here and lines up here, but it's lower. Yeah, because it needs to be on that level, so we're going to have to dig this down a bit as well. Alright, I'm going to leave it like that. We're going to try it, because that's going to line up perfectly right there. The only other option is, what do you think of us doing it instead this way? Because then it'll be up one. The build will actually not overlap this road we have here. It will set it off back, the building back that way, but the actual sifting is right here. And the railroad lines up perfectly, and it's not, dug down in the... It's weird, but I think it looks better this way. What do you think?
Okay.
You okay with this?
Sure.
Alright, we'll have this one get built by Rosie as well when she gets done with the library. It looks weird, but we're going to go with it. And then we need the composter's hut. But we're going to go have another sleep because trying to do this at night is a bit of a pain in the butt. We need to put in a home away from home up here. We would get so much more work done if we had a vacation home in the village.
Oh, we will. If you put in that one house.
Which one house?
The god-awful one.
I don't want the
decoration house.
Oh. Yeah. We actually made it almost all the way through the night. It's now becoming dawn, so we're only getting a nap. But it will help with the rain, because these guys don't work in the rain. Did you hear that again?
Yes.
Yep. Where is it?
Get rid of the beds.
Yep. Get rid of Tuner's bed. Get rid of my bed. Get rid of your bed. It's not here. I don't know where it's at. I don't know what mod it is. I think it's probably Alex's mods. Adds freaking bed
Check
bugs
the outside
and
of the house.
Cockroaches, and it's really annoying. They sound like silverfish. I actually had to break my bed one time because I went to sleep in it and it said it was infested. I got it. Burn, you little critter. Stupid things. Alright. So let's run back up here. I don't run as fast as I used to because I had to make new boots. And I don't have speed on them anymore. Composter's hut we're going to put back this way. Because it kind of should be near the farms. I'm thinking we put it across the street over here. Agriculture, Composter's hut. And again, where did it put it? No idea. There's the Composter's hut. Alright, so spin that around. Take it back. It's only a little hut. Okay. That's what it's going to look at, like, at level 5. And that's their way in. So, what if we... Because we actually have a bit of room to play with over here. I'm thinking maybe... Because this is going to be smelly, right? Kind of gross. It's compost. So why don't we put it down here off the road a little bit. Downwind of everybody. Yeah, that'll actually fit down here on this little plateau quite well. What's wrong?
Nothing.
I hate when she does that big heavy sigh and then tells me nothing. What's the problem?
It literally is nothing. I just noticed where you were and I had to run all the way here.
Oh, okay. This is, I'm guessing, the entrance. So we'll go there. What do you think?
I don't know. I can't see it until you set a builder.
Okay. But you have your cheaty screen.
Oh yeah, I do have my cheat. It doesn't help that I have.
I know. The one thing I don't like about this is it's almost like the road is supposed to go through the middle because it's got an entrance here and then another one over here on this end. And I'm not putting this straddling the road.
You're not.
I think it would look terrible, don't you?
No, I'm telling you, you're not.
Okay. So we just... Why
Bring
don't
it
we
up
just...
one.
I'm thinking we go back to having it like this. You want it up one from there?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't fit on this little plateau as well.
Yes,
If
it
it's
does.
up one.
Yes, it does.
We'll make it work, I guess. She's picky. Let's tuck it back in. Tuck it in there. What do you think? Alright, so get that done, which is actually a pretty good sized plot there. Alright, what do we got left? We got the barracks. I'm not even sure where in the world I want to put the barracks. How big is the barracks? Before we go, let's look and see. Military barracks. how big is this build? I'm assuming it's going to be large and in charge. And yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty good size.
So far? So what's 5?
That's
Holy
5.
smokies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the barracks over here.
No. I was... Oh. You know what? We could use this as our gate. Look, if you walk in here and you walk around this side, then you can walk right out the other side, and there's a road out the other side. It would kind of suck for us having to walk around that center column every time that we're coming in and going. But this looks way better than that gate does. The only thing is, will the walls work with it? And I don't think so. It's way deeper than what the walls are because these big corner things here. Unless we put the wall walls straight, come down this way, and rotate. Oh, she just got the library done. Alright, I gotta go take care of that in a bit. But we don't have different levels.
He deconstructed it.
Yeah, I gotta go pick it up and place it back down in the right place. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. Alright, so let's go deal with the library real quick. And then we will decide on our barracks. What's up?
I have a place.
What are you thinking?
If you'd come over here.
Well, I'm obviously coming over there. You're close to the library.
Mm-hmm.
Let me deal with the library real quick. You're thinking behind the residences?
Because we have this path in between these residences.
Oh, you're thinking use the...
Because we have this gap here.
Mm-hmm.
Use the gap to bring it to, like, right here. And then plop it down.
Oh, remember, we're also going to have more of these to put there, too. Because we've got... Give me a second. Let me put this library down. And we'll look at it.
Make sure you put it on the right level.
Always a critic.
Mm-hmm. How many times have you had to deconstruct or fix?
No. My first
So
time
me
with
reminding
this.
you?
My first time with this. Be easy. Be gentle.
Mm-hmm. The stairs.
Okay. I was just
On
making
this-
that show up over there. Yeah, I think
Make
that...
it to level 5 so we know where to edge it.
That'll be level 5. And I'll be right on the edge of the road. Right with the rest of everything else. Although, the build actually says it comes out to here. So we should probably put it back one.
Which is fine.
That is going to be a lot of work.
That is going to look so beautiful.
It's that too, but it's going to be a lot of work. I actually like
Yeah.
4 better than 5.
Yeah.
I like the brown better than the addition of the red around the lights. I like that better. And the only thing I see that's added is the bell up there and those lights. There has to be some end stuff in there somewhere, I'm sure. But let's go
Probably
ahead
on
and
the
get
inside.
that started. Yeah. Okay, so now we got that going. We'll go ahead and get build options. We'll put Rosie back on that because we let her do all the really big builds because she's a bit quicker. And before we do the barracks, I want to run over here while everybody's asleep and check on the courier huts because I know he's gotten 2 or 3 of them done. That one is up to 2. See, we only need a bookshelf and lanterns, and that for Bentley. Get him working on that one. This one, build options. See, it only needs 1 spruce stair to upgrade it. That's how he's getting these done so quickly. That one is 2. Give it to him and he can upgrade it to 3. By the way, apparently the courier hut upgrades is for how many stacks they can carry at one time. So it's like 1 stack, 2 stacks, 3 stacks. And that one's still being worked on. Okay, so we got all them. That'll get him something to keep working on tomorrow. Alright, let's go take a look at this. So you're talking putting it in back here, which for military we have the Combat Academy and the archery that also will probably go back here. The Combat Academy is, we have this one, which is not the biggest build. It's actually rather small. And then we have the, wait a minute, that's the Arch Academy, and this is the Combat Academy. Okay, so there's 2 different ones that we can do, and it really looks like that should be this direction. So that would have a road that goes again through the middle of it, sort of, because that
Which
kind
is
of
why I
looks
was
like a
thinking,
road.
we put this like behind it. We could still put the residences all the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out how we're going to, unlike the Sifter hut, I'm trying to figure out how we're going to make all of these work together. Because I think they're
Come here.
kind of sort of, where? Hold on, I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah.
See, this one has that same road that runs right through the middle of it.
Right, which is fine. This is the centerpiece of the residences.
Okay, but hold on, you're getting ahead of me. Slow
Getting
down a
ahead of
little bit.
you?
Yes, because I'm trying to look at each one, and the barracks doesn't have that central thing other than this. It doesn't have one that runs this way. So how would we work the other two in with this one?
Hey, we got creepers and skellies.
I know what we got. I just got hit by one. I don't know where the creeper is. There's the creeper. Come here, you jerk. So we're not really going to be able to make this one work with them unless what we do is we turn this sideways. Why does that... Is this like a... Hold on. Come here, you stupid creeper. Okay.
This is a symmetrical...
Yeah. Hold on a second. Be right. Alright, now that my 5-minute rant is over about having to sleep for this mod, yes, this is basically square. So no matter which way I turn it, it's going to look the same, just with or without an entrance way, basically. So, if we turn it this way, there is a door here, but there's also a wall there. Turn it the other way, there's a tree, but there's a door there. Not sure why they put a door leading to a tree. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's definitely a... Yeah, that's in the build. As I say, we don't have that small a tree. And at lower levels, it doesn't have that door there either. Well, this is going to be the level it is right now. That's definitely the front. It's got a moat. So, how much room do we have going backwards? We do have a bit. What if we move this back kind of like there, maybe even a little further?
Why?
And then we put the other two buildings on the opposite sides, but they'll be pulled forward a bit, and we can put a road in right here that cuts through them, which would be the military road, basically. So what I'm thinking is, this is the archery. We turn it like this, and we move it way over here. Because it's got what looks like a road. If we didn't have our villager guy, we still need to get taken home. If we take this up to level 5, you've got this walkway that leads all the way through right here, which is similar to a road. We could have our road here, come back, connect to here, and then on the other side over here, because the road would continue here, on the other side we put the other one, and then in the very center we have the Combat Academy. So we do have this one over here on this side that has that same road, which we'd have to move back to like there. And then we put the Combat Academy where its front door is basically right here where I'm standing. About center with that. So it would be like right there. Because remember, we're never going to really be coming back here. Or, not the Combat Academy, the barracks. We put the barracks. Front door there. And we move it to...
You want to wait
right here.
on the barracks?
Why?
Put in the road first.
Why the road first? I need the other two buildings first to know where the road needs to be. But I just marked it with a torch.
As in
the road's going to be right there. What do you mean?
This road can come up to here.
Yeah. But why do I need that to know where I'm going to put that?
To go like this and then cut across all the way.
Yeah, but I need the other buildings to know where I need that road to go. To be perfectly honest, if it was... I would be okay with putting the road back so we could have another row of houses in here. Basically butted up against these.
Okay. Then
So
next
then
to
the
the library,
road
you're
would
going
be
to put
out
another
here.
guard tower?
Yes, we're going to put another guard tower right here. Right where I'm standing. Alright, so let's hold off on that. Do we have the Combat Academy? No, it needs to be unlocked. So let's go look and see what it takes to unlock that. Combat. It looks like night damage, archery damage, shield, multi-shot, night armor, armor, guard armor, damage, fleeing guard, I'm not sure where that gets unlocked at. Oh, there it is, right there. Unlocks Combat Academy. We got to get the barracks up to level 3 to unlock archery and the Combat Academy.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to build this first and get it up to level 3. Which is kind of weird in this, the way this one works. Alright. Give me a second. We're gonna think a minute. Alright, so a little bit of discussion out of the way. We've decided that we're going to go ahead and stop for a second, have a bacon sandwich. No, that's not what we discussed.
No.
We're going to go ahead and put in another guard tower here. Yeah, that's the right guard tower. We're going to go ahead and put another guard tower in here. One is going to give us some more room. But also it's going to give us more guards, which we always need more guards. But it'll push out our borders a little bit. I think there is going to be about good. Though it needs to be down to that level. Yeah. Alright, so that's what it'll look like at level 1. Let's go ahead and put the box. And we'll go ahead and put Jasper on building it. Alright, so that'll give us some more room here. And we're going to go ahead and put... Excuse me. I don't know what's up on my mute button. I've already fixed it once today. I'm going to have to fix it again. We're going to go ahead and get another row of these houses in. And put another road in. And then we'll work on what we're going to do with the barracks and the academies. And actually, what I might end up doing, now that I think about it, is we might put the academies over here and the barracks still centered where she was talking, like right here, but back there, kind of where I had just had it, like, but back just a little bit further than this. Maybe that's what we'll end up doing. But this was supposed to be a quick episode to show you guys what has been going on, and
our next
and,
plan of action.
Yes, and I've rambled and messed around for a good hour now. So, that's what we're going to work on as far as out here. As far as the rest of the pack, we were planning on doing the NASA workbench and sending me to the moon soon so we could continue on. But then I found that I misjudged what's needed for this because I thought we only needed one advanced processor. And then I realized that the crafter also needs 2 advanced processors. That's 3 of them that are needed just for the workbench. And the problem is that this elite component takes a ruby. So that's 3 more rubies we need. And rubies are a real pain in the neck. The reason why we're putting in the Sifter is because at level 5 we can get ruby shards from the Sifter. But that means we have to get it in. We have to get it upgraded to level 5, which also means we have to get one of the builder's huts to level 5 before they can do the upgrade to level 5. And as far as I'm concerned, if we've got them up to level 5, that wouldn't be the first building that we plan to... If you were playing Mine Colonies without needing that, the Sifter's Hut would not be the first place you'd upgrade to level 5. It would be one of the later ones you would upgrade to level 5. So it's kind of weird to race to get to that. And I also have talked to the pack guy last night, and he has heard my complaint of how annoying these rubies are to get, and has something that he's working on to make it less so. So, you guys, hopefully you're enjoying the Mine Colony stuff, because it's going to go on for a bit in the future, and those really better not be there. That dirt better just not be put in there. I will be quite unhappy. It's not in this one, so I'm hoping it's not going to be in that one. But it's kind of weird that it looks like it has dirt. Anyways.
Come here.
Yes, ma'am.
Here, this top one.
Oh, you got my light for me. Alright. So, we're going to keep working on the Mine Colony. The rest of the pack is kind of on hold until we get this update. And when we do, we'll look at what that update's going to do and how it's going to get us onto the NASA workbench. We've also taken a look at what is after this point, and when it gets to kind of the end down here, we've kind of decided we're not really going to do it, because it's just give a bunch of power, give a bunch of essence, and get a bunch of creative stuff that, in my opinion, if you're playing the pack properly, you shouldn't need a creative wireless crafting monitor and a creative portable grid and a creative fluid grid, a creative locomotive. Why would you need any of these things? You should already have a wireless grid wherever you need it, other than taking it to different dimensions with you. And do you really need your entire base's inventory in other dimensions? I don't think so, at least for the way I play.
Quit.
So I understand the advanced power being at the end if you're going to go through this, but we're not going to go through this. So when we get to making the advanced power stuff, that's kind of going to be the end for this pack. I hope nobody has a problem with that. But to me, this feels like the old make a million cheeseburgers. If anybody's old enough to remember that pack from 164, where they wanted you to make like a million of each one of Pam's foods, that's kind of what it feels like that is. And I'm more on the basis of liking, like, make a fusion reactor. Hell, even New Horizons, make a Stargate. You know, give me an end goal that makes sense. Don't just give me a bunch of weird creative stuff. That's a lot of cactus this sad little farm has created. We're never going to need cactus. Also, I need to get that Thor out of here.
It needs to go now.
No, not now. Later. It's not hurting anything now.
No.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of our plans for the end of the pack when it comes. It's not going to be anytime soon, because we still got to go to the moon. We still got to go to Mars. Pretty sure there's also Venus we can go to. And we might just decide to do some weird shit for weird shit reasons. You never know. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.
Bye.